Who would they? Okay, we know the meaning of what we want from the day one. Unless who doesn't know what they want. And don't come and affect us with your own. That is it.
Thank you very much, Opariano. Good morning. Young Daddy, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Well done, sir. I will still call you before the end of today, anyways. If you notice, as Andy was talking, I stepped down, I went offline, then I'm back. I had to call Mr. Law by himself directly. Yeah, I just spoke to him just now. And I want to confirm that what Andy said is nothing but the truth.
Andy. Oh yeah, let me see how you smile. Let me see your smile. Let me see your smile. Oh yeah.
If anybody wants any evidence, I have the record of my conversation. So it is not an hidden stuff. Though I may at the same time align with the woman that came up and said probably it should not be discussed openly like this or something. She might have her reasons anyways, but I want to believe that what we are doing here, there's no hidden thing here again. We all are here to fight for justice, and we should not be scared of anything. And also, according to Mr. Aloba just now, the basic thing is we need a lawyer that is on ground. Because a lot of things are being...
Sorry, are you also going to be telling us what you don't want to discuss publicly? Because you are saying according to Mr. Aloba now. You are beginning to quote the man now, and I think you don't want to be...
No, I'm just
place your words.
I'm just putting the evidence on what Andy said.
Okay, no.
He confirmed to me right now that one of the reasons for demanding for a physical lawyer is because of the things that happened in the last inquest, and because they want to have a solid preparation for the next inquest. Though, as of present, there are still some things that might slow down the process a little, and he made it clear to me just now that there was no concrete agreement with the past lawyers. So they just demand for funds at will. So now he wants to have somebody that will be on ground so that everything can go smoothly as we want. And he made it clear that the public, the people, the masses are complaining that some things are supposed to have been done, but probably by the reason of no physical presence of the present legal team lead, it's affecting something. So that is why all what Mr. Andy said became necessary, and it is nothing but the truth. Thank you very much. I just want to clarify that. Every other thing will be discussed.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Oluwatosin. Paparano, thank you for bringing me up. I appreciate everybody. Can I just say something concerning what just happened now? To everybody that is closer to Baba Mohbad, what just happened now seems like a kind of a disgrace to some set of people, but thank God we are people that have understanding. I want to suggest that there's a structure in everything, and we should always follow structure before we pass out information now. Brekete Gaza Kingdom coming out to say it is not true. Another person coming out to say I don't know about it. Another person coming out to say this or that. I think it's a shame on us when it comes to passing out information. Now, for instance, when Mr. Andy got that particular information, I perceive in my own opinion that he should have shared it to the upper part of the people that they meet together. Okay, I got this certain information. Okay, this is this. They will all be in the picture. Now, what just happened in this place now? Some people have left this place. To them, it's looking like a lie. Before they will get it now, probably they must have gone and share it on other places that something. So I just want to suggest to all the people that are closer to Baba Mohbad that when sharing information, make sure you contact yourself. The mobile phone is there, the WhatsApp message is there, so that everybody will be in the picture. So that whatever it is that is actually happening, when you come outside to say one or two things, you'll be like, okay, yeah, yes, it is true. Okay, this is it. This is it to the best of my knowledge. This is what I know about it. So, well, whether the liberty is going to be changed, whether the liberty is not going to be changed, we have 9 days to the Corona inquest. We can still do something, no matter how difficult it is. What I believe is that we are still going to get the justice, no matter how difficult it might look. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Just to quickly put a quick one, a cheap one. I don't also think the issue talk that indeed, even if it's a PRO, a mouthpiece of Baba needs such. Yeah, from the structure, this shows that there's no structure here.
Remember I said earlier about structure in everything. There is structure. In Nigeria that is not working today, there is structure, but we are not allowing the structure to work. So in every organization, there is a structure. There should be a structure.
Okay, who is the PRO in this case? Do you know the PRO in this case?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, so there is none. There is none. I don't think there is.
So
I don't think there is. So I mean,
maybe they need to work on that. Maybe they need to work on that or something. So that's the best of my knowledge. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Don't pin anybody down this time around. Don't pin anybody down.
I'm not putting my brothers. But I think based on what Oluwatosin just said now that you are supporting Baba, and then again based on Ishto was saying that there's no cohesion, and that spokesperson, it can also come from the new legal team, because according to the current legal team that we have right now, Monisola is the one speaking for Baba via publications. You get so now. What happened today now?
Wait, sorry, Olade. Is Monisola a lawyer or a spokesperson to the public?
She's one that's been releasing this statement. So I want to believe maybe she has that communication skills.
No, I don't think she's.
Monisola is the daughter to
publicly. She's not.
Monisola is the daughter to Dumosu. Is the daughter to is one that is becoming.
Is she a lawyer?
She's a lawyer. She's Odumosu's daughter, and she's one that has been coming to court.
Yeah, okay, but she's
one that has been representing in the absence of the father.
Yeah, representing the father.
Okay, no problem. So if, as you said, if they want to change anyone, I'm fine with it. If they don't want to change, I'm also fine with it. And my stand will not change on this case. I'm standing with Baba till the very end. That was
okay,
it.
so Paparano, Young Daddy and Andy, I think from what I've been reading from the comments, these are some of the things we need to take note of. We need to, by ourselves, set up the structure needed. Let's have a PRO amongst the new team or whatever team that is going to continue from now. Let's ensure that we have that cohesion, we discuss and be in one accord on any information to be passed across to the public. So that we won't have to come here.
Okay, flog that. I think the gentleman on top of you is the PRO ahead like that, something like that. I don't know. Can you please clarify that? Maybe
I don't think so.
Before I'm not. I stepped down. Yes, before.
You were the former PRO.
Yes.
I'm not getting it wrong now. So you were the spokesperson of the team before. So now, what happened? What went wrong? Why did you stop it? Why don't you continue? Or in fact, continue? What's going on?
Paparano, hold on. Let's leave that one for another day. But let me just clear. Paparano, hold on. You will talk. We've discussed this thing before. But let me just clear that.
No, we have not discussed. I don't know what you're talking about. Please clarify things.
Now, actually, what bets this lawyer of a thing, this legal team of a thing, actually happened this last inquest. Although there have been series of comments that Odumosu should be replaced, not necessarily based on the fact that he wasn't present, but based on the fact that he was not handling things rightly. Many people believe that he was not handling things rightly. Now, when many of you know that I was at the inquest the last time, and when I came back from that inquest, and many of you know that there are some set of people that I'm working with that are also close to Baba Mohbad and Mr. Muyiwa and the legal team Many of you know that. So when I came back from that inquest, I gave my reports, and part of the reports I gave really centered around that legal team. So after I gave that report, there is a particular woman, many of you don't know her. She's working closely with Mr. Muyiwa. But the day we talk go happen, Nagonoa. Now, when she called me the following day, because apparently someone that was working with me has given her the narrative of the report I gave. Now I'm saying this thing because this is directly to Mr. Muyiwa, not just every other person that is on this platform. So after after the woman called me, I refused to tell her, give her the report, because I directed that woman back to Gorexi. I told the woman to go back to Gorexi and ask, since Gorexi was also on that inquest day, Gorexi should give her a report. but there was a meeting that was set up between Mr. Muyiwa, and this very lady. Now, on that meeting, Gorexi was not there. So, and what we put up to Mr. Muyiwa in that meeting was the fact that we need the lawyer to be changed. Now, Mr. Muyiwa asked a question, and Mr. Muyiwa said that, why do we want to change the lawyer? That what has the lawyer done? Mr. Muyiwa's argument, and I'm saying this, anyone that is thinking that they will change Odumosu, I don't think that person actually knows what is going on underneath. Now, Mr. Muyiwa was asking us, not me anyway, asking the people pushing for a new lawyer, that what has Odumosu done? What has he done wrong? Or where is his fault? Why do we need to change at this time? And the people started putting up, different reasons, and the reasons did not still go down well with Mr. Muyiwa, because he feels that the lawyer has not failed as far as this last inquest is concerned. And one of the reports I gave to them is that the legal team are not even respected in that inquest. And finally, then they suggested to Mr. Muyiwa that, okay, why not we expand the lawyers? Like adding lawyers to work with this present lawyer, because it is going to be difficult to just remove this present lawyer at first. So now, so Mr. Muyiwa agreed to the suggestion to add a lawyer to him, and which is where I believe that they are still presently at this stage, because no lawyer has been brought. Now, if anybody remember, on that inquest day, I think that night on Papareno's platform, or probably the next day, Aries and Gorexi came up on board to say they are now working with this Baba Mohbad lawyer, and they've made up this, blah, blah, blah. So everybody now believe that it will be Aries' lawyer that will be working with Odumosu. That is just the belief. But there was a meeting, there was a confrontation. That's why I say many people don't know that they are playing games with all your struggles. Now, there was a confrontation that was made, and Gorexi debunked that statement. He debunked it, and the rest is history. Now, my point is this. Now, they are suggesting to add lawyer. If Mr. Andy have said, okay, maybe they are expanding, I personally will understand, because I know that is a stage that they are presently. No lawyer, but people are really pushing hard for that lawyer to be changed. And Mr. Muyiwa is on his feet, and I can tell you that what Lagata came to tell you people is just the right thing. And I confirm right now, before you bring me up, I confirm right now, the lawyer did not know anything. As a matter of fact, Baba Mohbad signed a document. You don't know what to change the lawyer is not beans. It's not beans, not even at this point. Now, if they are saying that they are suggesting to add to the lawyer, like I said, I will personally understand, and maybe people will understand. But that you spoke to Baba Mohbad is telling you that this, that, I don't think is true. I'm coming.
Are you saying the same way Baba signed to African television? Baba don't go hook inside signature again. Baba has gone to home in his signature again with this lawyer.
Like I said, he signed. I'm not saying, I don't know what he signed with African television, but definitely he signed. And if he's doing pro bono, we all know that lawyer is doing pro bono. He's on pro bono. And
Prince K, this same signature now is spoil Mohbad life. We signed with.
Hold on, I don't know where you are pushing the narrative to, but I'm telling you.
Okay, no wahala. Go on.
He's doing the pro bono. He's definitely doing the pro bono, and definitely the pro bono. They are just going to be a level of agreement. So you can't just pull. What I'm saying is that you can't pull up a lawyer. You can't pull him up away just like that, because there's definitely a form of agreement with them. So now my final submission is this: we should stop misleading people. People are putting everything that it takes for justice to be served. All these politics that they are playing, they are coming to come and say this. See, everything we are doing at the end of the day is still going down to Mr. Muyiwa's feet, at his feet. He's the one standing in for
Thank
the
you
family.
very, very much, Prince Kim. This is the reason why I say I don't want to speak to this man, because I don't see him in charge, like taking control.
Thank you.
When it's not taking control, there is less. No matter how beautiful your idea is, they will wash it. It's not
that is it.
It's not what put.
It's not. So he's still going on to their feet. Now you are coming here on the platform to say they are changing Baba lawyer. Baba lawyer is here. if Mr. Like I said, Mr. The last conversation we had, I was on call with Mr.
You know, Chris Ken, if it's possible, right? If it's possible, let the public. This is Papariano. I want to say this, okay? And take it from me, guys. If there's one thing you can do to Joseph Aloba, please let us call this man and make him to choose between us and his brother. We don't know who his brother is negotiating with in America. Let people who are here. If Berekete alone can handle all of this. You don't even need legating. Berekete has lawyers. He has doctors. Okay, you guys should focus on Baba right now. This is Baba. Focus on the man himself. He has to choose between you guys. What does Muyi want to know that all of you here don't know? All of you intelligent people here that you don't know. All of us, we are saying something that's not so fine. One person somewhere there washing plates. All that is breaking ice is using hammer to break ice on the road. And he knows what we don't know. Is that what the government is using or what? Okay, mission accomplished. This is for you. Anywhere you go, you guys should focus on Baba. If Baba don't choose now, we'll unleash our anger. We have it too.
Papariano, let me end with this. Now, please, many of you remember. Many of you remember, Yekudi spoke heavily against this lawyer, against this particular lawyer. Many of you can remember. Now, that's why I said, if all your struggle, that is because this same individual, we all know that the public, all this time, that is what the public wants. Yes, the public want this, the public want that. No matter what you bring to his feet, he will not answer you. I am saying it with my foot chest. And that was why you see.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, basically. I want to have a round talk. Do you want to address that? Or this is, you want to address that? Wait. I want directions. Wait. I know I'm going directions. Go on, your daddy.
Okay, thank you. Let me just say one or two things. First of all, good afternoon, everyone.
Don't greet us again. I wish you want to greet us 2-3 times. No bribe us. That is sign of bribing.
First of all, to my best of ability and knowledge, when we joined this struggle, I don't know, there was no place. The person that is in charge, that is the front runner of this case, is Joseph Aloba, and his brother is 100% supporting him, and they are both on the same channel. And this is what I have to say. You see, when people come out and accrued position that even the
nobody talk on what is on ground. Don't talk to me stylishly.
Don't interject me, please. And this is part of the thing we're trying to clear.
It's okay. Please don't do that. We're trying to figure things. Okay, go on. Address the case.
Yeah, thank you very much. When you came up and you start saying you were a former PRO spokesperson, and they put up and you said no, you are not, or you are the former. And even the former you were talking about, there was no place in time that you were being appointed spokesman for Baba. And for you to now try to lobby yourself, fight tooth and nail, dirty, and put yourself in that position. That's what happened the last time happened to you. And let me go by this. The public have been crying that, yes, this legal team were not working before now. And everything the public has said, some people have taken it to the legal team and they started acting on it. And at a point in time, we could even attest to that these guys, they are now trying, considering where we started from. You get it? But at this point, if the person, you heard that Mr. Tosin said he put a call through to Aloba himself. If the person now demands that, I want you. Now, let us leave sentiment and let's be sincere to ourselves. I can't hire a lawyer that will not be on ground to be my eye in this sensitive case. No matter whatever we want to do, let's be factual. If he agrees that, if we have to sit 3 times, I will be available twice on ground, is another thing. The last inquest, everybody Everybody was shouting. They did not see the man. Blah 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 blah. And if Baba have said that, oh, okay, it's a good idea. This man ought to be on ground. And if you call him, and the lawyer says, oh, I cannot be available, and you are not faulting that, oh, Baba is trying to do the needful. Nobody is joining anybody. Remember, all this expansion that K is trying to talk is just to bring more problem. It's the expansion that they've been fighting for from the Abin issue. Baba, somebody is not on ground, and then put the person that will be on ground, let the person continue. That should be an headache. Everything K said today, this morning, there is no basis to what, I don't know what he was trying to defend. This person is not on ground. The person is good, 100%. They've petitioned Darusha, 100%. They've assigned Darusha a petition, 100%. They are working. But this man said he needs him to be on ground. Which that is what almost everybody has been crying about. And you're not trying to bring because on this platform they said that it was Guresi that suggested Odumusu. You're trying to bring it up here. I see those talk. Okay, if you're hearing me, I see it has been childish. It's not everything you want to take. It was because I wrote. It was because were you the only one that went to the inquest? All this trophy you want to win, which they thought was them gonna carry the trophy have been issue, and they don't raise person hand up for candlelight. More would leave matter for Matthias. If this new route will favor us and will give us a good fight, so be it. There's no need of saying that you don't think one person will agree. If they sign contract, if the contract no suit them, they discontinue. And everybody go, no be by force now. So I don't know the one you're trying to say, Prince K, that you're saying blah 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 blah. I'm not attacking you. We're just being factual here. If this person will not be available, I was part of.
Can you let him rest?
I was part of the people that said on Paparano's platform when they were bashing Odumusu, and I said we have one inquest list. Okay, this is what Gureshi should do. Go and have a meeting with these people and tell him that this is what the public wants. Sir, they want you in that corona inquest the last day. Can you make yourself available? And now, if Baba have said that he wants somebody on ground, that shows that he's not going to be available in the last inquest based on whatever conversation they had. Is it a good one?
Thank you very much. Let's go around again. Sakuma, okay, Justice. Go on, Justice. Go on.
I want to come back to what you just said now. Finish. They should stop this sharing you just said now. Justice for mobile. Baba should go back to Brekete. Brekete has lawyer that he can give to Baba. Brekete is capable to do all this thing. In the first place, they are the set of people that share this job into two. We should stop this. We should not jeopardize this job at this point. We have less this. And there is probability that this inquest is going to be the last one, according to the scientist, Paparano. Please, let Baba go back to Brekete. Let Brekete handle everything. Let's stop all this, please.
Thank you.
Paparano, how you doing? Can I come in?
Please give Sakuma this space.
Please, the lady have said it. Papariano have stolen it from me. Let Brekete handle everything. I have given advice at this, and I am saying it publicly. Let Baba go to Brekete. Let him handle everything. Let everybody relax and take some space. And take some space, please. This is getting too much.
Thank you. Not by feedback. Thank you.
And adding up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I remember we discussed this on this platform that Brekete should take over the case, and they have given the case to Brekete. We all were excited around here. The fact that they are not giving him chance to do what he's supposed to do for Baba Mohbad. This is what leading everybody to this distraction. See the way they were disrespecting Andy this morning. I could see in the comment section people calling him liar, 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 liar. That was just uncalled for. They are all working together. They are one team, which is Mohbad team. You can't come when somebody come with information and bring it up to another host You don't find out how the information came about and you start disrespecting the person. That's not good. And we all came up together to say that we needed a chamber or law firm, because what we sought the last corona inquest, it wasn't looking good in our favor.
Law by faith, where is Berekete in all of this? Is the one handling our case? Where is he?
No.
Talk about Berekete.
That's what I'm saying. So Berekete said that he has his own lawyer. You remember the lady that called? They say it was
why are they not using his lawyer?
Thank you. Why are they keep doing things like they don't want to give this man chance, Papayano? This is the time now they need to give this man chance. Nobody need to call and say, oh, I want to work with you. I want to take this part of the job. I want to do this. Let them leave this case with Berekete. There's just too many commotions about leading Papa Moba to distraction. He has flew all the way to Abuja. Let him stay there. If Berekete even give Baba Moba his word, this is a high-profile case. If a lawyer, you're in a distant relationship, do you know? I'll just say this: not every distant relationship can last longer because of the distance. This is a high-profile case. If the lawyer is not doing good, especially he's distance away, you change your lawyer right away. And Berekete have already given Baba Moba his word. So let them just drop everything and say, oh, Berekete, we're going to leave this with you. You bring your own lawyer, bring your private investigator and take over and let Baba Moba rest. Because this thing we are doing, we are the same people who come on social media. We didn't like this, what we see. It's like, it's draining. We're not in Baba Moba's shoes. But you know how many people make phone call to complain to him? And we are not around him. No, we are not there to comfort him. Let this man rest. Seeing these things on Facebook coming at and TikTok coming at each other, this person with this person, that's just not good. It's just total distraction. You remember you and myself when we were talking about African TV, they took him totally out of the picture. That other lawyer, that other Nigerian man with the glasses, I don't know, whatever that came again, they took him out of the picture. And this is the next thing that's going to happen if we are not careful. If we are not careful, that's the next thing, because they will do everything to take anyone out of the picture that want to help Baba Moba. There is going to be only God and we who in the public now, diaspora, that are fighting for him. Let Berekete take over this case and everybody be dropped out, because some people want favor, some people want praises. We're not here for familiarity, praises. We're here for justice for Moba. We want to know how Moba died, who killed Moba. This is what we are here for. That's what I want to say. Drop everything. Let Berekete take over this case. Let Papa Moba rest. Please, guys. It's just too much.
Crunch Queen.
Hi, Papariano. How you doing? I appreciate all the panelists and I appreciate all the commenters. Concerning the issue being discussed, I would say the mistake has been made from the get-go. The mistake has been made from the get-go. It makes no logical sense that the lead counsel in a case as sensitive as this will be overseas. Lead counsel. In a case as sensitive as this, a homicide case, that the lead counsel will be based overseas. That was a huge mistake. And from what I've been hearing, even before now, I'm beginning to suspect Mr. Muyiwa. Is he really in for justice for his nephew? Because if he's really in for justice for his nephew, he should have given the best counsel to his brother. Because he knows his brother trusts him. Even before Baba Mohbad went to Berekete, Mr. Muyiwa should have given the best advice to his brother and suggest that the lead counsel should be in Nigeria, not in the UK. We are not interested in the profile of San Odumosu. We are not interested in his records. We are not rattled by his records. We want somebody on ground The heat is on. So the mistake has been made. Even though I do not agree with all the submissions of K-Crown, but I have to tell you all this. It is not easy to debrief a lawyer. It's not easy. Once you have assigned a case to a lawyer, it is not easy to debrief a lawyer. And I can say it based on my experience, on my profession. I'm not a lawyer, but I've mingled with lawyers in my profession. It is not easy to debrief a lawyer and handle the case over to another lawyer. And I can tell you that Odumosu will not let go easily unless they have to pay him off. So the mistake has been made by Muyiwa for allowing the lead counsel on the case for his nephew, for the lead counsel to be based in the UK. I mean, what was he thinking? I mean, what was the rationale? Does he even know the gravity of the case? They killed your nephew. You need foot soldiers. You need feet on the ground. Not somebody based overseas. Not somebody based overseas. We want somebody in Nigeria. So like I said, that mistake has been made. So how they are going to resolve it, honestly, I hope it doesn't give any of us PTSD. And I also recall, in one of the shows of Brekete, he phoned San Okutepa. And when I mentioned it, even Papariano mentioned it, a lot of commenters remember that event. And we know the role Sam Okutepa played during the election. He was one of the counsels to Peter Obi. Okutepa has an undisputed record. Fearless, rugged, human rights activist. We were all on that show when ordinary president called Okutepa and he said, Okutepa, maybe you have to call your brother Falano. If anybody can remember that event, please let me just see your comments. You know, and the moment he called Okutepa, I was very happy that Okutepa will be the counsel that Berekete will use for Baba Mohbad. And to support what is it Love by Faith said, to support that, I think Berekete should just take over. And the only reason why we know that Berekete went on recess is because Berekete played along with the government for the 10 weeks ultimatum. That was why Berekete is silent. Berekete is a law-abiding citizen. He played along with them for the 10 weeks. Once the 10 weeks elapse, we know that Berekete will swing into action. My prayer, just like the prayer of true justice seekers, is that San Okutepa will be the one that will take over. That is my prayer. But like I said, it is not easy. Make una know. It is not easy to debrief a lawyer. Make una know. Odumosu will not let go easily. And you know why? He has also put in mental, physical energy in this case. So they may have to come up with a bill and pay him off for them to get all the files. Truth be told. Truth be told. It is not easy to debrief a lawyer. It is not easy to reassign a case from a lawyer to another unless we want to deceive ourselves. I'm going to say it again. If this video gets to Muyiwa, Mr. Muyiwa, you messed up 200%. You goofed because this is not just your fight. This one has gone beyond Aloba. This has gone global. You misled your brother, Mr. Muyiwa. If this video gets to you, how could you allow your lead counsel on the case as sensitive as this be overseas? I mean, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? If they put the profile of Odumosu and the profile of Okutepa on a scale, do you think Odumosu's profile will overshadow Okutepa? You think so? You messed up from the get-go. And there was something going on a few weeks ago when we heard that the lawyer was saying that Baba Mohbad was not stabbed. That one alone took most of us to a all different level. Now, what kind of nonsense is this? How could such a statement be coming from a legal team? How? And personally,
sorry.
I have also...
What statement? I said, what statement was the lawyer utter?
The lawyer uttered that Mohbad was not stabbed anywhere.
Yeah, Mohbad didn't have any mark anywhere except the mark.
Exactly. You can just imagine that coming from the lawyer.
He wasn't even present. They're gone.
You can imagine the gravity of that statement. When we all know that Mohbad was stabbed, is he having dementia? What kind of a lawyer is that? Is he having psychosis? I mean, these guys are incompetent. I don't care. Now, rough level we did. So if Muyiwa they hear, Mr. Muyiwa, you misled your brother. I'm beginning to doubt if indeed you are for justice for your nephew. This has gone beyond Aloba. We are all grafted into the Aloba family, not only you. I have become Queen Aloba.
Queen, you know the thing here is this one. That's why they look at hosts that they go meet. They go meet weak, gullible hosts whose primary aim is not justice. All right, because you ask them questions. Is this feasibly correct? Can this be done? Can that be done? Is this possible? This so you don't just make people having expectations unnecessarily. You don't do that.
Ariado, and there are others like you who are bold, who are brave to say the truth.
What to achieve? Okay, can we achieve this? Is this possible? Okay, they speak with the lawyer with legal teams. They should know what is visible and what is not visible, and so that we can tell all these people that they know where we stand.
Papariano, make a best boss of bubble. I don't say you said this thing. But Papariano, make a boss of bubble. You can also confirm this statement. Now this same Muyiwa they call Wunmi our wife. Now this same Muyiwa they call Wunmi our wife. Is Wunmi their wife? Have they gone bonkers? Wunmi where be una agbesun? Did you marry Wunmi?
I want to hear more from Prince K. I'm coming, but let me really hear from Olong, okay, because Prince K, I think he has an overview as somebody who is not very, too affiliated. There's one thing here, right? All of them, they are in the group, they are too friendly. So when one is making mistake, the other won't even be able to see it.
Okay. Let me wrap up my submission before you think forward in. Let me just wrap up. Let me wrap up my submission. I'm happy when somebody said they need to choose between Nigerians and the legal team. Baba Mohbad, we have become part of Aloba.
And Muyiwa, yeah, go on.
So you need to decide, are you going to Muyiwa or are you coming for us? Are you going with us? You need to choose, because the legal team that Mr. Muyiwa gave to you are incompetent and they have not, your lead counsel is not even on ground. Right. We want a lead counsel that is on ground. Thank you very much.
Yes, that's it.
No, but please don't back up. Let people speak and let just be like that. You've got your time. Olong, are you there? Olong, Olong, what? I've analyzed this thing. We're trying to put things, trying to structure things now. And also, I think analyze our lowering structure of the team. So now, who else? Let me see.
Me, I'm not focused.
Yeah. Okay, counsel, go on. Chantal is not speaking. I don't know why. Go on to counsel.
Please, what me want to say is this, please. If you know it.
Network. Glow.
Our network is bad. Maybe Chantal should go ahead.
Glow. I don't think Chantal is ready. Let Chantal be there. Prince K. Like, there's something I'm trying to filter. I don't want to mention.
Can I speak?
No, please wait. Because of the things Prince K will be saying, you'll be confirming it. So I understand already all of those things. There's been so much complaint about Mr. Muyiwa, okay? But I want us to do it in a way. Let's not show desperation, okay? In the way it doesn't turn out to be like, okay, like they're suspecting you because of your desperation. And because the Lazarus' desperation is what has always put her, in some certain position, okay? So I'm trying to eliminate all those desperate or desperation, whatever. Let us just address the case as if no matter whoever is there, these are the things that are expected. And once it's not done, it's not good for the case, okay? So Prince K, walk us through this team. Go on, Prince King. Walk us through this thing.
What constitutes the team? Or who constitutes the team?
The functionality and if you know how they relate with Berekete, just try to make some clarity. Without putting shit on any of them. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This is not in the place of maybe as many people have suggested. You can't be working with. No, I don't think nobody can even work with.
There's noise in your background. Is there a way you can fix that? There's so much noise in your background.
All right.
It's very noisy.
There's no way that anybody can be working with probably an organization or anyone that that doesn't take suggestion or doesn't want to even see things as your own point of view. Now, to your question, the lawyer itself is what. Let me just start this way. There are groups of people, different groups that works that try to work in time to get justice for Mohbad. And when I mean groups, I mean there are people that I don't want to mention names, but I believe you understand what I'm saying. That whatever thing that they need to get done, they go to Mr. Muyiwa. Now, rather than going to Baba Mohbad himself, they go to Mr. Muyiwa to discuss, okay, this is what we want to do, this is how I want to do, this is how I want to come in and all. And Mr. Muyiwa gives them their own, they say, okay, you can go ahead to do this, you can go ahead to do that, I will do this, I will do that, like that. And when the issue of this lawyer came up, there are people that do not like him. I don't know, maybe based on the fact that many of these groups have their own lawyer that they want to, suggest to Mr. Muyiwa to work with. But the fact that Mr. Muyiwa has his own lawyer, or someone brought this present lawyer to him, and he is cool with him as far as I'm concerned, and he believes in him as far as I'm concerned. So that's why for anybody to try to bring any other thing to him, it's going to be quite difficult. Now, down to Brekete. Now, when I'm saying all of this in honesty. When I spoke with, when I was with Baba Mohbad on that day of inquest, I asked him, I said, about Brekete, actually. And it made me to understand that since he left, that he hasn't spoken with Brekete. So now, apparently, it is because maybe Brekete gave the government so period of time, and definitely, or maybe, like maybe Queen has said, when the time elapses, it's going to go into action. But with the best of my knowledge, to the best of my knowledge, I don't see Brekete, taking over this case. To the best of my knowledge. Now, what we want as a team is different from what the family wants themselves. So, and that is why I say that whenever any group, whenever you tell, for instance, now if you tell someone like Gurezi has his own people that he deals with. Is a known fact. Now, whenever you tell someone like Gurezi, talk to the legal team so that this, so that that, so that this. Now, it takes it to his own team and they push it down to Mr. Muyiwa. If Mr. Muyiwa is cool with it, he accepts it. You people will see the effect out there. If he doesn't accept it, then he will try as much as possible to, prefer maybe a different thing or make you understand that no, this is a no-go area. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. And that's why we feel that Mr. Muyiwa is not doing well, because he is not seeing what we are saying. To be honest, to be frank, he is not seeing that the lawyer is not doing well. And several times they've asked him if the lawyer is his son or is not his son, and he has always dodged that question. To the best of my knowledge, he has always dodged the question if he's his son or not. But the thing is this: if I don't think Baba Mohbad himself, I don't think with the way I saw him. I don't think that he gets as the information that is being passed to him is not well cooked. Let me put it that way. It's not well cooked. Baba Mohbad is not a learned man, but he is trying, and that's why people can easily fault his mistakes. But the person that he has appointed, I don't think he is giving him a cooked information. If he is giving him a cooked information, Baba Mohbad himself will be fully involved. He will be fully involved. When I mean somebody is being fully involved, I don't mean he doesn't know about what is going on, but he himself will try as much as possible to get himself into the case. So the legal team as it is now is just Odumosu, and being represented by his daughter in Nigeria here. He's being represented by his lawyer, by his daughter. So whenever they go to any inquest or anything, it's his daughter that does it. Whatever publication you see on the newspaper, it is his daughter, that spearheads it. Even though there are some people that might write for him, but his daughter that spearheads it. So people mistaking it that some people are working with the legal team, or probably they are part of the legal team or not. No, the legal team are the lawyers. Whoever that is coming in as a body, they are not the legal team. They are just people that are also trying to help the case. And whatever, based on probably their interests, I don't know, their interest or whatsoever. But everything you suggest, everything you want to do, even if you want to bring a new lawyer today, everything still stops on Mr. Muyiwa's table. So it is now up to him to accept it, that okay, we need a new lawyer or not, or whatever idea. I can remember when someone suggested, there are so many things, beautiful ideas that people have suggested to Mr. Muyiwa that he doesn't even take, he doesn't do. I am not criticizing him, but I am just talking based on what I've experienced. And I believe we all deserve to know the truth or not. He can decide to, accept whatever suggestion, and he can decide to like this. Okay, no, let's not go this way. I will speak to the lawyer. Now, the last time we spoke, when I was talking that, we talked to him about the lawyer, the legal team. He said he was going to talk to the lawyer if to have additional, maybe to expand the legal team, so that people they can handle some areas that probably he is not covering. He said he was going to talk to the lawyer. He was going to seek the consent of Odumosu first before any other thing, which is true, which is good. But at the end of the day now, if it's coming back to you, give you a response that, okay, I've spoken with Odumosu, and this is how it is, this is how it is, this is how it's that. If Odumosu doesn't want to have anybody to work with him, there's nothing anybody can do. There's nothing anybody can do about it. So those are the things that constitute the lawyers. So and I don't think they have sold the idea to Brekete. We want Brekete, or people want Brekete to take charge, to use his lawyer to do all of those things. But I don't think the idea has been sold to Brekete. Even me, Mr. Muyiwa might be aware. Maybe people must have told Mr. Muyiwa that okay, we want Brekete. But because people that have groups are also trying as much as possible to slot in their own lawyers, that is where that Brekete, maybe Brekete lawyer, that is where it might not materialize, because there are so many things that is coming in. So that is what I will have to say with regards that. So now, if there's any other question, I'll be glad to throw more light.
Okay. Please let me quickly pass my message, please. My own is that everybody should search themselves. Every position you hold in this particular justice for Mohbad, whether you are close to the upper team, whether you are whatever to Baba Mohbad, whatever everybody is doing, search yourself. Because if you know that truly you are looking for justice, and you are not there for credit, you are not there for personal gains, you are not there for whatever reasons you are there for pure justice. I think it is high time you just look, you say to yourself that I think this particular thing I'm doing is not materializing. Let me back out and let me get a professional. Because even if you yourself start to do one thing for 7 good months and it is not bringing fruit, you would back off and get a professional help. This is not a trial and error case, what they used to call it. This is not a case of we are playing here. Somebody lost his life and we are trying to get justice. Everybody coming here every day, hosting live, or coming here for to listen, to give the analysis or anything, they are not here to play. Nobody should use us to play or try and get a gift or try and get some kind of credit or try and get whatever everybody's trying to get. Because this is just like a show of shame this morning. 2 people against 2 people. This is what they said. This is not what they said. Well, are we here to play? Is this a child's play? If it is any of us family or son or direct child or brother that fight like that, we will be doing all this rubbish. Won't we get a professional to quickly get what we want to do, get everything kicked off, and we get the justice we are here to get? What is all this rubbish for? They want to do this. Okay, even if they want to do it, I see this case as is again, is like, even if Baba Mohbad himself If it is true, people that said they called him and they said yes, he wants to change the lawyer. If Mr. Miwa doesn't want to change the lawyer, that means the lawyer will not be changed. Please, who's the owner of the son? I don't understand. And every other person have their own personal thing that they will take. If you give them suggestion, they will take it to their own team first before they will go and relate it. Because of what? Because of what? Are we here to play? Is it that the person that cried will come back to life? What is all this thing for? If you cannot do something, leave it now. Why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we here since days making us look like a fool? Like we don't know what we are doing. We've been complaining here on this platform, saying this is not supposed to be done. This is supposed to be done. This is supposed to be done. We look like a child. We look like a clown right now. Set your mind. Set yourself. If you know you are here for credit, if anybody does not want God to punish them, if you are here for credit or you are here for glory, or you are here to maybe try and start a career that you don't have before, or you are here to come and do to come and gain whatever we want to gain in the future, drop this thing and let us get professionals to help for us to get justice. We are not here to play. Nobody is here to come and play or whatever. Do you think a lot of people does not know how to lead or come and to be in the forefront? But everybody cannot be leaders. Some will have to take back seat while some people lead. But if you know you are lead, nobody can tell them that they can be doing something every day for 7 months of their life and it's not bringing fruit and they will continue to be there. What is all this rubbish for? This one left, this one there, this one there. We are like as if we are in a circus, going round and round, round and round, round and round in a sport. What is it now? If you don't know what you want to do, anything, leave the case, leave the Baba alone. Just leave him, leave him to Baba. How come Baba have not come there and break this?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we don't focus on the complaint. Let us be strategic. Who hasn't? Okay, Lady Harris gone.
Paparano, can I speak?
All right, speak.
Yeah, what I don't understand is this. I mean, this Muiwa guy, I don't understand why we cannot go forward without this guy. Baba need to take this case over and set Muiwa aside because Muiwa is setting the whole country backward with his suggestion and what he wants. The son, Imole, belongs to Baba Mohbad, not Muiwa. What does he know? He lives in overseas, doesn't mean he knows everything. He's over there overseas and giving direction to what is going on in Nigeria. Somebody need to talk to Baba, put some sense in Baba's head. You need to set that man aside and let him stay on his side. Right now, I'm very suspicious of that man. I don't think he's for justice. He's working for somebody. And I don't get it. We need to move forward because Muiwa is going to spoil this case. Please, somebody that have access to Baba need to talk some sense to Baba. At this point, Muiwa I'm very suspicious about him. I might be wrong, but I'm because of his behavior, very suspicious of him. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, I hope anybody doesn't take that step. Nobody should take the father to the public and begin to question him about this stuff. Anybody who does that is not helpful. Is to call Baba behind the scene and speak to Baba and see that you follow him up. I mean, maybe throughout that week to see that those changes really take place. So, I mean, because I know people right now, those who want to do update, who want to drag the man, they say they want to speak to him. Before you know, they will go on the platform. They want to, it's like, I don't know why it's like that. So that everybody can
sorry, Papa, don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm not saying somebody should talk to him behind the scene.
I got you clear. I'm saying something different. Because I'm reading people's comment that bring Baba now. No. We don't need Baba. And anyways, Baba, tell people not to let him speak. Okay, he doesn't need all of those things. Baba is not a legal team. You can advise Baba privately if you have any better way to help. Like, I mean, if it's to stick with Berekete, if it's to stick with whoever you believe that is helpful, speak to Baba. Yes.
Now, the thing is this. Let us just understand the truth. We all want to help. Even if you go and meet Baba Mohbad now, he will still direct you back to Mr. Muiwa. Because he doesn't want to do anything behind his back. is the one that he has been he appointed. That according to what we all know in the public, there's nothing. Even if you call Baba Mohbad now and say, I have so and thing for you that will help your case, or maybe this, he will still direct you back to Mr. Muyiwa. He's still following that structure. Mr. Muyiwa is the structure that or is supposed to be the structure of this justice for Mohbad. So no matter what you want, you understand, he will still direct you back to him.
You are very correct.
No matter what.
This is the same thing that Lady Harris has always been saying, and that's when she got issue. They got her bashed, they got her trashed, they did everything. Okay, it was because of this Mr. Muyiwa. She has noticed this thing from the.
She's not the only one. She's not the only one. She's not the only one.
Yeah. Whenever you mention that Muyiwa, they come after you. They come after directly, and it is very difficult. And that's what people have to understand, that Mr. Muyiwa is kind of behaving like a cultural man. Okay, cultural man. He's trying to make this whole thing look cultural. Oh, we miss our wife. Oh, this, that. Like we don't go to court. Even if it's for him, right? He doesn't want this matter to go to court. He doesn't want any serious thing about exercising the right that is supposed to that was supposed to be. So I encourage all of us, those of you guys who are close to Baba Mohbad, call Baba Mohbad. I know that, I mean, there would have been so many calls. Okay, I believe people. So whoever that call Baba, it's just that me, I don't want to speak to Baba. You see, these are the things that I see that makes me say I don't want to speak to anybody behind the scene. Okay, even today, this morning, I was forced. I had to show to you guys that I mean what I'm saying. That a lot of things is not going on right, and we're not forcing out things. We want the right things to be done, and we want to checkmate the government. That if they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then we will think that the government is wrong. Let's get things right. But if we by ourselves cannot get things right, then whatever the government brings, we go by it. That's just almost where we are right now. Where whatever that is, I mean, brought to us, we just have to go by it. And when I ask this, they say don't ask. If I ask, what is Brekete doing right now? Is it doing autopsy? Is it doing something? They say don't ask. He's working on the ground. Is Muyiwa a lawyer? No. Is Brekete a lawyer or doctor? No. He's an activist. Okay? And especially this inquest, he's supposed to have been even broadcasting this inquest. That the things that we see there, I mean, he broadcast it as well. Or he gave briefing to it, because everybody now depend on him as the lead counsel of of the whole group, of the whole movement. But again, if the government were to have done the things that were right, we will not be pushing on this so hard. But it is all for good. It is all for good. So it is either the government get the right thing done, or we re-strategize. But people who care about changes, they will not give up. They will keep looking for openings to really make that change. Because once that change comes, everybody benefit. People supporting Wunmi today now, and all of these guys, who are, feeling somehow. It is for the better of the society that we don't harbor criminals, that we try to expose them. We try to see that they get served as supposed to. If they are criminally liable, they go down for it. Very simple. So that is why we are doing all of this. It is not like we are battling like in a team. Whatever team Wunmi or whoever that supports Wunmi, whatever they are doing, it doesn't amount to a change in the society. It's just trying to stop what we are doing. And they could have joined us and do it better. And when you bring their ideas to the table, it's crazy. It's like a drug dealer, like a smoker. Like, for example, I imagine how somebody would be saying that, let us leave everybody, not drag people in the crime scene, and be dragging Sam Larry Naira Marley. I don't understand. Was Sam Larry in that house when Mohbad died? I don't understand. Was Naira Marley there when Mohbad died? It is somebody that announced Mohbad's death. It is somebody that embalmed Mohbad. Why are we not talking about these things? And again, that shows that they are trying to divert everyone's attention. And they are happy when they see moments like this, when we are trying to figure out things like this, in fact, they are happy that we don't get it resolved because they are the odd ones in the society. God, don't let us have odd people in the society. Odd people who don't want progress. They prefer to go to Europe, go to America, to where another human being use their hands to build. Where people like us who think like us stand their ground and get things resolved. They prefer to go there and enjoy. They want to travel with me out to go to a country where free thinkers, where people think freely and people question things. The people there in Europe, they question more than we question here. How many questions have we put to Wunmi? We put a lot of questions to the police, put questions to the institutions, put questions to the